Over 23 lakh applicants who had applied for the NEET undergraduate program are asking two questions. Number one, was there a widespread paper leak? And number two, is there a cancellation that is going to happen, followed by a retest? Now, the Apex Court holds the answers to both these questions. All candidates, as well as us, we're looking towards the Apex Court for clarity. Now, as far as Supreme Court proceedings are concerned, on July 8th, which is Monday of this week, is when the Apex Court had done two things. Number one, it laid down parameters. The Supreme Court said that only when these parameters have been met will we go ahead and cancel the exam altogether. What are those parameters? Well, the chief parameter that the Apex Court laid down is that we need evidence, the court needs evidence of a widespread leak affecting the entire program, the entire examination en masse. That's the first thing the Apex Court did. The second thing that the Apex Court had done is that, given as how this impacts the future of over 23 lakh citizens of applicants, the Supreme Court said, reached out to the center, the NTA, as well as the CBI, saying, we need more information before we make a decision on cancellation of the exam. Responding to those queries, the NTA, we understand, filed an affidavit late last evening whereby it tried to answer some of those questions. The first question was, the Supreme Court had posed, is that use data analytics to find if there has been a widespread leak or a widespread malpractice issue. Well, to that end, the NTA, as per its affidavits, had roped in IIT Madras, had done extensive data analysis of the results, of the ranking, of the scores, spread across multiple cities, spread across multiple centers. And importantly, the message that has emerged from IIT Madras is that there is a clean sheet that has been given to these NEET examinations. There is no indication of a widespread leak that has taken place or a widespread aberration in terms of scores or ranks of students. The only aberration is that there is a slight spike in the number of students scoring above 550, and that the NTA says is attributable to a 25% reduction in the syllabus. So a clean sheet coming in from the IIT Madras, no indication of a widespread leak. That's the first answer that the NTA gave. The second key question that was asked of it is that, will the counselling continue? On that count as well, the NTA came out all guns blazing, saying that yes, it is required for counselling to continue. There is no indication of stopping it, that it will happen as planned initially in the third week of July. But at the same time, there was a caveat in the NTA affidavit that any candidate who is found to be guilty of any malpractices will be pulled out of these counselling sessions. And finally, what about the way forward? The NTA has said that they have constituted an expert committee. It is manned by people with technical proficiency and experience. It is headed by former ISRO Chief K. Radhakrishnan, and that they will give us recommendations on tightening this entire process altogether. So the long and short is, the NTA is proudly saying before the Apex Court that, number one, there was nothing wrong with the examination, especially not at a widespread level, and that they are not keen on directing a retest and burdening 23 lakh applicants with this test once again. So that's the broad message the NTA is sending out to the Apex Court.
Thank you for watching us on CNBC TV18. For all news and updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch us on all social media platforms.